Hey, what's going on, guys? Kenzie here. So what if you have a CSV file and you want to render it as the HTML table to kind of provide some sort of web page with this sort of a data being available? Meanwhile, you want to be able to edit this sort of a data, like adding new entries, removing the existing entries, and updating the existing entries as well. So the functionality that I've just described is known as CRUD functionality. So CRUD stands for create, read, update, delete. And usually, in most cases, like the most common way of doing this is actually to establish the database server and then either interacting with it directly or providing the RESTful API to actually handle all of this create, remove, create, read, update, delete operations. But what if you don't need SQL? What if you don't even need like object oriented databases like MongoDB? So what if you don't need all of those complications and the only simple thing that you actually need is just to being able to work with this sort of a CSV file? So if you want to keep the CSV format as the data storage format, like the text-based one, and let's assume that you don't really care about security. So let's say that this is some sort of an internal app that, let's say you are the only person having access to that or whatever. So let's just imagine that we don't really care about the security. Okay, so in this case, we can do a very, very simple web application, and I personally would be using the Python Flask framework for this. This would be the single file that would allow us to actually render all of this data in the CSV format to a web page, and then provide the functionality of adding new ones, adding new lines, removing old ones, and updating the existing ones, and obviously, just rendering all this stuff as well. So I've been making a couple of similar tutorials using the jQuery Data Tables plugin to make the table a bit more responsive and prettified. But in this case, I would be sticking to bare Python, and the only front-end library, the only front-end library I would be using would be the Bootstrap for CSS stylings, just to make this table a little bit more prettier. So that's kind of the idea. And again, like the single file, and one of the benefits would be that you would be able to use whatever format of the CSV file, like no matter how many columns. So it would be working with your own CSV as well, and with whatever data. So we would be using the Jinja template renderer, which is built-in, which is the built-in template renderer in Python Flask framework. So it would allow us to actually make this sort of app quite pretty flexible. So if you're interested, guys, without further ado, let's actually start coding. So here is my working space. So it's a desktop. I have this data.csv file. I don't need this anymore, and I just want to create a new file called app.py, and here our source code would be living. So literally all we need to start this sort of a project is two files. So the first one is the CSV file, and I just want to open this with a text editor just to give an idea for those of you who's not aware regarding the CSV format. So it's just, so every row, so rows are separated with a new line character. So literally new lines here is every next new line is a new row in the table, and the columns are separated by the commas. It's very simple. So it's one of the most simple, one of the simplest formats to represent tabular data in the textual format. But let's go to our app, and the very first thing I would to do, I just want to give it a simple name. So this would be a simple CRUD, a simple CSV based CRUD web application. So CRUD stands for create, retrieve, update, delete, or create, read, update, delete. Okay, so first we want to import some packages, and the very first thing I want to say from Flask import Flask, and let me just start the terminal, the current working directory. So if you don't have Flask installed, you need to say something like pip install. If you're on Windows, most likely this is the case, but I'm on Linux, so I need to specify the pip version. So pip 3.6, install Flask. That's pretty it. I also on Linux, I also need to run the sudo command. Yes, actually, but anyway, I have the requirement already satisfied because obviously I have this installed. Okay, and again, like just to install this global on Linux, I need to use the sudo command as well. So it would be like sudo and then all this stuff. But on Windows, I think that pip install Flask should be literal enough, and it would install all the dependencies automatically. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So let's clear the console, and now we want to create web application instance. Okay, so app equals to Flask, and we take this name as the only argument. So it's the pretty standard way of establishing a new Flask application. Now we want to handle, well, actually, so here let's say read data from CSV, and this would be a HTTP route. So app.route, and this would be just a root route here. So the callback function is, let's call it read, just to give it a bit more of an idea, like some links to this CRUD operations like create, read, update, and so on. So this callback function and this root route would be responsible for actually reading the data from CSV. Okay, so let's return just a string for now, just to make sure that everything is working. And now we want to run the HTTP server. So let's say if name equals to main. Okay, in this case I want to say app.run, and as far as I'm going to be editing this, I want to enable the debugging mode. So I say debug equals to true. I can also make this app multi-threaded by saying threaded equals to true. Okay, did I spell this properly? Hope so. And now if I did everything correctly, so let's start the app by typing Python 3 app.py. Okay, the server is running, so it should be running on localhost port number 5000. So let's go there and check that out. So go into localhost 5000, and we have our string as a response here. So absolutely fantastic. Okay, guys, so the next thing to consider, usually Flask is intended to be used with HTML templates, but I just want to embed all the stuff into one single file. I really like this minimalist design for this minimalist kind of apps. And again, like if you don't really care much about the security, this is the way to go. So as far as we don't have any database, things like that. So it's just literally enough to use the render template string instead of the render template function. So that's the exact function that I'm gonna import here. So I can say from Flask import render template string. Okay, and now here I can actually use this one, and here I can go for my HTML sort of a thing. So let's just to make sure that HTML is kind of working. So let's say read data. Now it should be kind of bigger because we do use this H1 header. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, this is alive. So the next thing I want to add here is the Bootstrap CDN. So in order to avoid installing that locally, we can just go and grab the link. So let's say this one, copy, and well, we could have provide all this HTML stuff as well. So let's actually go for this HTML, and actually here we have the head, and here we have a link relative equals to style sheet, and h reference equals to what we got here, and like this. Okay, so here we have, oh sorry, we have bootstrap cdn. Okay, and here we have the body. Okay, body like this, closing tag. Okay, and well, let's check this out if it still kind of works. So open the DevTools to see the errors, if any, occur in there. Okay, well, the font has been changed, which probably means that, well, that the data tables, the bootstrap has been connected. Let's try text danger. It should be now red if I did everything correctly. Yeah. So this means, as far as we can use the bootstrap related classes and they are available within our web application, this means that we actually did connect it properly. And here is how the source code looks like of this HTML template that we've just rendered. Okay, guys. So the next thing is actually to open this sort of a CSV file, this data.csv, and then we would be rendering an HTML table to make sure that it kind of works, so that it renders our data. So I just want to quickly check the classes for a table because I don't really remember them by heart. Because I'm not really doing this that often. So tables, yeah. So just want to grab a code snippet for a table. So something like this. Okay, so scope call. Okay, so I think this is what we're gonna be using here. Okay, so I just keep this link for a while. Okay, and now so here we want to render HTML page dynamically. Okay, dynamically. Okay, I hope I spelled dynamically properly. I'm sorry, guys. I hate this tiny little typos. So I'm checking them all the way along. Dynamically, is this correct? Yeah, it should be. Okay, so now we want to read data from CSV file. Okay, so here I can say with open, and the file name is, well, actually, yeah, I can do it like this. So data CSV, because it's located in the root folder where the app lives. So data.csv. I could have say open to read, but if we read this is not needed. So open data CSV as file. Okay, I'm sorry. Another thing, we want to import the CSV. Okay, and here we want to create CSV dictionary reader instance, right? So reader equals CSV dot. This is called dictionary reader, if I'm not mistaken, and it should take this file stream as an argument. And actually, from now on, well, I'm not sure what. So yeah, the type should be. Well, let's try. So if I can send, say, data equals to. Let's stringify our reader just to have an idea of what data do we have there. Okay, so and yeah, and also let's enable it here as well. Okay, did something horribly wrong. Oh, sorry, it should be data. Okay. Oh, just an object. Okay. So in this case, let's variable to hold CSV data. Okay, so let's call it. We can also call it data. So this data would be the functional or keyword argument, and this is just a variable. So this would be a list, and here we want to loop over CSV rows. So for row in reader like this, and we can say data dot append and row like this. We could make it a one-liner as well. I'll probably now go for that. Okay, and now let's go stringify our data. So it should be okay. Now this is the order dictionary. Okay, so in this case, append. Let's convert this to a dictionary. Okay, now it's perfect. So we have the list of dictionaries, which is absolutely, which is the exact thing I wanted to have here. Okay, so let's make this a bit. So let's say initialize CSV data set, and let's say I'll just use the list comprehension here. It's just a shorter way to say literally the same thing. So yeah, the output is still the same, but we have a quite pretty nice one-liners here. So this solution. Okay, so the next thing is what else? Yeah, so now we can actually, so if I say like data 0, okay, excuse me. This is interesting. So is there some sort of a error? Oh, that's because I'm trying to stringify that. So yeah, I don't want to stringify this anymore. Okay, yeah, now this should be okay, so now we have the first element and so on. Okay, so finally we can go for rendering our table. So I'll now grab this entire stuff, and then we'll go for creating a template. So at the moment, well, should I put this into a container apparently? So let's say div class equals to container, and like this, and here we have our CSV data. So let's bring this table in. Table. Okay. Yes, slightly not that. Okay. So. Okay. I would obviously get rid of the actual data here and provide some provide the templates, but for now, okay, div table body row. Okay, now it seems to, so yeah, let's have a look at it. Just should make this. So this is how our table is going to look like, and let's probably make it like margin top 5 to make it a bit, yeah, like this. Okay, yeah, so this is how our table is going to look like. Can we have some yeah, this, so table stripped. I really want to make this stripped. So let's say table stripped. Okay, perfect. So yeah, now it looks like much better. So now we need to actually dynamically render the data from our CSV to this as this kind of HTML table. So we'll start with the headers. So here we need to loop over the headers. Just hold on a second, guys. Okay, so for header in data, so we need let's take the first element, it doesn't matter really, and I want to have the keys, right? And 4, right? If I did everything properly, and here the actual thing to render would be header. And if I did everything properly, it now should be capable of printing this title, price, type, etc. in our page. Sorry. Well, apparently, yeah, I guess, and for like this. Oh, I forgot all this stuff totally. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, it's not the case. So yeah, I really should read the error. What have I done? In and N4 was just fine. Yeah, it's just a typo. Okay, so now we have this price, title, type, brand, content, etc. And now note, please know that if, say, you take your CSV file here and let's say you change something in there, in that case, your web app would get updated appropriately. So this is just an idea to give you, like, as soon as we have, as far as we can add it in our CSV file, the data being rendered is changed respectively. Okay, so but now we have only this sort of a thing. The next thing is to walk through all of these lines and yeah. So and render the data from there respectively. So we keep the only like row here. So here we can say, so for row in data basically, right? For now, let's well, actually we don't need the first one. Yeah, well, we'll see this just right in a moment. So let's provide the skeleton first, and 4, and okay. Okay, another little detail. So within this row, so I wanna walk through. Sorry guys, something happens to my mouse. I just want to. Well, let's just go step by step. Let's just go step by step, basically. Okay, so yeah, let's just start with. I just want to print. So let's say we print row 0, and here we print row 1. Yeah, that's the way to explain. This would be table data as well, like this, and like this here. Okay. Excuse me, what Something has gone horribly wrong for row in data. Oh, was it the case? Okay, so I'm slightly confused by the fact that data is not kind of appearing there. Oh, okay. So we have, so every row is, so we need the values. So row dot values, okay. And yeah, let's make it to, let's list them. Okay. Oh, list isn't defined. Well, it's not really, well, I can send this as well. Okay, now we have the list. Okay, and now this kind of stuff in theory should be subscriptable, so we can reference. Okay, yeah, but here is the deal. We don't know how many kind of columns would be there, so we need to do something similar we've done here, right? So we need to loop over the range of this sort of elements within the single row. So actually, to do this, we can say for column in this guy, right? No, in range from 0 to the length of this kind of list, right? And 4. And we can index by the column. And if I did everything properly, it should be okay. Len is not defined. Okay, it then should be. So I just need to provide the system function like list, length. These are the standard Python functions. Okay, and now it seems like, yeah, it seems like I've just managed to dynamically render the data for all the stuff we have there. So now, just in order to check this out, let's try this sort of a trick. So I create a new file. So let's call it data. CSV. So let's rename this one for a while. What have I done? Nope. Okay, let's just rename this one to data old. Get rid of this one, and this, can we rename it? Yeah, data, and reload. And let's say call 1, call 2, call 3, call 4. So just to give you an idea, and here we have value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, and here we can just to put some gibberish somewhere, So the idea is no matter how many rows and columns you have, this should be rendered dynamically. Okay, so we have this, the number of calls, no matter how many we have them, and then for all the values, like, so no matter what kind of CSV we have, right? So we should have the number of headers, and actually this the number of columns and headers should be the same, and then we can put in whatever data we want, and this would get rendered dynamically. So well, probably I can just grab some random CSV from some of my previous web scraping projects. So let's search for one-line scrapers. One-line scrapers and source. I have some CSV here. I don't know which one to pick up. Oh, it's just, oh man, sorry, it's not the CSV format, so I just need some, yeah, oh, phones is just awesome. Yeah, let's try this phones. So just take this data, and here I put the data in, save. The layout would not be the most perfect ever, but I hope you got the point. So we have this like a name, product, image, and so on, location. So whatever CSV we put in, it results in a different sort of yeah, so it's just, so if I just resize this, yeah, this would be okay. So I'm not trying to make this app responsive at the moment, so it's just the bare CRUD functionality, so it's not about the front end tutorials at the moment. I just wanted to give you an idea that we have this whatever CSV, no matter how many columns there, no matter what kind of header names, we do have this CSV being rendered dynamically, and that's the gist of what we are trying to achieve, basically. And probably one more little thing that we can add here in the table. So if I can say style equals, and make the width equals to 100%, so just to make sure it would always fit the page. Nope. Excuse me. Width. Yeah, hold on, guys. Okay, guys, so it didn't seem that trivial to fix, basically, but I found this answer in Stack Overflow, how we can actually so this little style that we can add to the table row, to the table data tag, in order to being able actually to have the fixed layout, like 100%, and this should be fitting the initial container, whatever parent element we have as the container, and eventually we have the width of our table being fixed to this sort of appearance. So yeah, it's a little bit off topic in regards to this tutorial, because it's more like about this CRUD operations, but still I think this tiny little CSS style might be very useful here. Okay, so now let's drop back to the original data that we have. So I don't need this one anymore, and let's rename this one back, and our original data should be restored. Okay, and again, like this styling is quite pretty nice here as well. So another little thing that I would like to add, I would probably like to add the border to the entire table. So I can say border 1 pixel solid black, just to draw this border around. Yeah, I think this now it looks a little bit better. And also for this for the headers, maybe we can add another style. So can we just use background secondary? I'm just wondering, is this going to result in, yeah. And also let's make it text white. Okay. Yeah, so now it looks a bit more prettier, I believe. Okay. So also just to fix, so let's make this guys from the capital letter. Okay. Okay, so now it seems to be kind of fine, and also, well, probably we can make them bold. We can make a bold font for them. So if I just enclose this within the strong tag, this should be, does it work? Oh, sorry, slightly wrong place. Obviously here, right? Sorry guys. Oh man. I just can't see if it's getting changed, or I really hate mixing these different topics within the tutorials. Okay. Okay, let's try for a bit different trick. So font weight and bold, and yeah, for some reason I don't get why. Oh, probably, hold on a sec. Okay, we have this bold. Okay. Oh, it's probably, hold on a sec. This is held by, it's already bold. Okay. Okay, just already bold. Okay. Yeah. It is bold already. No matter, yeah, if we do this, it's already bold because, yeah, it's the nature of some above class like table apparently. Okay, so yeah, in this case, let's stick to this sort of an appearance. And from now on, I think that we are ready to go for our CRUD operation. So let's start with, so we've just implemented the read part, so we can actually read this data from CSV. And the next thing to consider would be to add, being able to add some data. So let's drop some, well, Control X, and just want to make a new document here and save here, so we could visually see like how the entries would get appended down below. Okay. Okay, so we'll need a separate view for this sort of a thing, right? And let's actually go and implement that as well. So read data. So create stands before the reading. So create, read, update, and delete. So here we want to create new CSV entry, and let's say app.route, and let's just call it create. Okay, and probably, yeah, so def create, and here render template string. For now, like this. Save. So yeah, let's just make sure that the route itself is kind of working. What did I do wrong? What? Excuse me. Def read. I don't understand. Okay, some syntactic error, or what's going wrong there? Oh man, yeah. Okay, just forgot to put up parentheses. So here we have a new route for creating entries. We would be submitting the post request from the form in this kind of view. But apparently before that we need to add a button here, right? Or it's better to say a link. So so here so here we have our CRUD operations, and here let's create a button. Actually this would be a link with the class. Let's make it BDN BDN primary, and create, and a tag. Okay, and the h reference would be create. So if I did everything correctly, we now will see the button which would redirect us to this page. Okay, the only little thing is, let's make it margin top 2, and here margin top 5. Okay. Okay, create, and we go there. Okay, okay. So also here I want to create a div with the class BDN group. Okay. So we could have more buttons there later on. Okay, and margin left 2. Excuse me. Yeah, just want to put a bit of a space there, but I don't get why. Doesn't put the space in between. This is a bit strange. Well, okay, in this case, let's use row. Yes, well, yeah, let's use the row. I mean, probably column. Yeah, like this. Create, delete. Yeah, now we have this little space here. Okay, but we don't need this delete for a while, so we can hide this at the moment. Okay. Okay, so let's stick to create, and now here we need to draft another template. So let's take, well, I can actually take this entire one, and here I just don't need this table, right? I don't need the table, I don't need the CRUD operations, so let's make it some. Okay, so now let's go to a forms, just to provide a nice one. Something like this. I just want to label on the left, and let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's make it margin top 4 or 5. Okay, so or hold on a sec, no, it's not exactly, I can't see the form tag here. Form controls. Okay guys, I just found, seems like I found an easy way to do what I want here. So let's make a form, and like this, and here I want to have a label, and let's say like field 1 and label, and then I want to have the input type equals to text, class form control if I'm not mistaken, and save, and let's see what we got. Not exactly, if I don't do this form control, yeah, I think I would have sticking to this sort of a thing. So the label works nicely now. So if we have a couple more here, nope. So every one should be in the new, or let's say div class, is it gonna be a row, right? Row, oh sorry, div okay, And yeah, this is okay, and we can go for margin top 2, say, and here I'm just preparing the, yeah, now this is okay, just preparing the stuff for auto-generating. Okay, and finally we will have a button there. Okay, so in this case, well, we don't yet have so what I want here is actually, I need to forward the entering this field names to this form somehow. So can I make it via parameters? So string word parameters. Yeah, I think I can do that. Okay, so where is my form? Here. And like this. And here I can use my data, the very first element, and keys. And I need to list them, right? Yeah, this is it. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, it's a bit strange. Now, yeah, now this is it. So instead of dictionary keys, I just want to create a list out of this. Okay. Okay. And now I would also like to so can I stringify this? If I just stringify what? Oh, yep. Okay. This all kind of like live coding stuff, so I didn't really prepare for this. So I'm sorry guys for this kind of bit of a delays. Hold on. Okay. I don't like this encoding, but literally, okay, so just to visually see the output. Okay. Well, this is still just fine. So let's say, hold on a sec. If I just say like field names, fields equals to this sort of a thing, right? And here, I just need to extract them from extract them. Oh, by the way, where HTML has gone. Okay, so so do I need to import request from Flask import request, and here request.args get fields, and yeah, so now as soon as I click here, I should, yeah, I have this, but it's the type of string, I believe. So I can simply say fields equals to, and here I can say JSON.loads and this kind of stuff. I just need to import JSON module as well. And now get CSV fields from string query parameter. Okay, and here I just pass the fields to fields, and now I can finally print the fields. So okay, let's start from the very beginning. So create expecting value. So it doesn't like the formats for some reason. Oh, I need to replace the single quote by the double quote. Hope this would make the trick. Yeah, perfect. Just awesome. Okay, so now I can loop over this kind of fields. Okay. So here I can now say for field in fields, right? Here and for, okay. Okay. And using the field like this, and let's have a look. Okay, awesome. I just don't like this layout slightly bit, but what can I actually do? Is this gonna work? Well, a little bit better, but here let's say call 2. No, and here call 10. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. Okay, yeah, this might be just okay. Now I can actually replace this. I don't need a label anymore, so I can replace with a strong tag to make it bold. Okay, awesome. And I want to make a bit of a title here, so let's say h3, create new entry in, just create new entry, and yeah, so margin top say 2. Nope, you kidding me? Okay. Sorry guys, just want to centralize this a little bit. Just looking for an easy way of doing this. Okay. Well, okay, it's not the most important thing ever. So yeah, just don't really want to get rid with the styles because we have a lot of work to do in regards to the CRUD operations themselves. So let's just put colon, and this would be enough. So now the idea is that no matter what kind of so let's say some custom name here, okay, and now we have this custom brand name. So let's say we've just changed the CSV file. Now if we do create a new entry, this kind of new sort of a thing would be forwarded, right? So we would be creating the entries for the respective field names of current given CSV. So I hope that's quite pretty clear. Okay, so what next? So the next thing, we actually need to submit this form. Okay, so save, update, create. Okay, so now we need to submit the form. Well, actually, if I just hold on a sec, if I just say text center, it's probably not. Yeah, it's not exactly what I wanted to have. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just make a button and done. We're gonna be done there. So here we want to submit the form. So just an input type equals to submit, and class bdn success, and value, I just call it submit. Okay, yeah, now we got our submit. So let's add a bit of a margin on top. Okay, yeah, I don't really like the layout. Well, maybe, hold on a sec, guys. Maybe we can just, this layout annoying me really. So let's go text center again. Okay, I just got an idea. So instead of doing this, so we can use the fills the following way. Control X. I found a better way. So type. Is this called a placeholder? Yeah, title price. Yeah, now it's much better. Title price. Type brand content. And no, we don't actually need this div anymore. Okay. Class. Now we can use this form control. And I want to make it a bit more narrow. So let's go for some fixed size. Sorry. What if I just... Yeah. And let's make it something like this. Yeah. So now it's a little bit better, right? Non-type object cannot. Okay. And the next thing to consider, so when we do submit the form, so within the form itself, I want to specify the method equals to post. So now it would give us an error because we don't handle that yet. So if we say just submit something here, right? So method is not a load, and this is fine. And in order to allow this here within the create, we want to specify the methods, and we want both the get and the post. And now all this stuff, so in case so get http get method, so if request dot method equals to get, in this case we go here okay, and let's just say else. Let's just test this. Okay, so we do handle the post request now as well. Okay, this is good. So now in this part, we actually need to let's print our data. So data equals request dot form in this case, because we have we deal with the post request, not with the get request. So in case of the get request, we did use requests or request.args, but with the post with the post method we use request.form. So here, well, let's even say elif request method equals to post, just to make it a little bit more explicit. Return string data. Okay, so let's just put in something, and I now hope to see what I just did input. but for some reason I don't. It's a bit of a strange. Okay, let's print the data to console. Continue. It's an empty dictionary. Okay guys, hold on a sec. I'm not sure, but it might happen because I don't have an ID. So I'll try to use the field name as an ID, and let's actually see if this is gonna be working. Let's start from scratch. Okay. By the way, do I have the ID now being available? ID price, yeah, submit, and I still don't have any. Okay guys, just fix this sort of stuff. So not the ID but the name, as kindly pointed out in this Stack Overflow answer. So yeah, every input should have a name, and I'm using the field name here, and that's the reason, that's the way how we can get the actual data. So let me just go over this one more time. So just input something and submit, and now we have all of this stuff being available here. So we'll use this data in order to actually update our CSV file now. And the very last thing would be to redirect, but I'm not sure, can we actually use just this action attribute and go to the root? Submit. Oh, it just, okay, so it's not the case. We don't want to. Or hold on a sec, if we just I'm just wondering, can we? No, we just better go for redirecting things. So just don't remember how this is done. Redirect. Okay, just import the redirect and return redirect. Okay, so from Flask import redirect, and we need to return this. So instead of returning this data, so we'll keep this for debugging purposes, and on the real deal we'll need to redirect to the root route. Okay, if we have the RESTful API, we don't need to do all of that stuff, but as far as we don't have that, so just put something in and we getting redirected here. Okay, perfect. So so here we want to return to the read data page and to see the update. Okay, to see the updated data. Okay, but for now, So I want to print, no, I just want to return the data, but so loop over the entries and convert every entry to dictionary. Okay. What have I done? What? Oh, in. So or if I just, yeah, I just should have a look. What kind of, yeah, now it's cool. Oh, price. Oh, this is the single dictionary. Yeah, this is okay. So this is just a single dictionary. Okay, title, price, description, and even if I don't have some, this still should be. Okay. So maybe I should add some not available ones to make sure that all are available, like that all the fields would be covered. So let's put a value equals to not available. Okay, and here now we can just print whatever, submit, and we have not available being automatically added. Well, not the best ever handling for not available kind of entries, but I think this is just okay for now. Okay guys, so at the moment we already have a dictionary. So this data is the dictionary that we can actually append to our actual CSV file. So what we've been doing here, we have been wanted to extract new CSV entry from submitted form. Okay, and now we want, finally, the most important thing, we want to update the CSV file. So I can say with open, and we're opening our data.csv. Data.csv. I want to append to the file, this is very important in order to avoid overwriting this, as file, and I want to create the writer. So writer equals csv.dictionary writer, and use the file name and field name or field names or fields. I don't remember the name for this, and this would be data.keys. Okay, and now we want to say writer.write row and the data. Okay, yeah, probably would be containing tons of errors again. So yeah, let's just submit this, all this not available, guys, and then let's drop back to here. Oh my god, yeah, we did it. We actually did it. I'm just wondering why this one is none instead of not available. Yeah, so the field names is the proper keyword argument, it seems like. Okay. Okay, so let's get done with this redirect, then so reload. And yeah, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on a sec, this is a bit strange. So title, price type, brand, content type. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we only have 5 here. Oh, and another little disaster is, okay, let's drop the value. I'm just wondering, so it ends with the content, brand type, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually 5 is fine. Okay. Let's just try to put something in and submit. Does it work? It doesn't work for type. This is a little bit confusing, to be honest. Maybe it's because of this empty space. Nope. Pull. Yeah, for some reason, so all but the type are getting submitted properly. I'm just wondering, why is that happening? I'm not sure, guys, to be honest. I don't know. Let's try then. Just want to have a look at the data one more time. So what's wrong with the type? So it does the type here. Okay. So this is the type, but why? Oh, we have two types. Oh. Why do we have two types? Okay. Excuse me. Where this happens? Oh, where it get the fields. Okay guys, so we just have this none for some reason, so in order to avoid that, Roads. Okay, there should be a type, but it should be different. So let's call this one type, and let's call this one class. Yeah, that's just an issue of similar names within. Yeah, class grocery. Yeah, just the issue with the similar names. I had two types in my CSV, which didn't work that nicely. Okay, so in this case, okay, so now hopefully this should be working. So let's go for Apple 10 class grocery, brand not available, content tasty one, and type fruit, like this, and submit, and we got the stuff. And if we just drop back, then we have this new entry being added. Okay, congrats. So another little issue that I can see here is, oh, it doesn't even add. Yeah, so now it adds without a new line, so this is perfect. This is just awesome. Well, okay guys, so yeah, this is kind of it. So let's drop this, and the very last, and just to redirect instead of printing this stuff. Okay, so yeah, let's go for final test of create functionality. So create Apple 10 grocery. Let's pick some random stuff. Okay, type fruit, and submit. And here we finally got our line being added. So this is kind of it. Okay, so we have implemented the read and the create functionality. So the next thing to consider is to delete and to update. And for both of these operations, we need to have sort of an ID being associated with every single kind of label here, with every single row here. So currently we don't have those IDs. So we just inspect the element. This table row, you see, like, it doesn't have an ID. Well, we actually want every table row to have an ID to be able to reference our CSV file by ID when we load that. Okay, so I'm just thinking, so where do we create? So TR here, okay. And okay, for row in data. So here we can probably say so to give it an ID, well, as far as we don't have an ID here, like first or second, I still can't get why does this new line from time to time. So probably, okay, sorry guys, just want to check this one more time. No, it's fine. Oh, I probably just submitted the empty one. Okay, so it doesn't matter really that much. Okay, so here I'll probably say for row in range from 0 to the length of the data, and not the row values, but data indexed by the row, like this. And we should have exactly the same output. In object has no values. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. So hold on a second. No, it's a bit. Yeah, row is just fine. Okay, sorry, just totally lost here. Let's start from scratch. So not row values, but data row values, 0 to length of data. So we need this to have, you kidding me, integer object doesn't have values. So before this, row was an actual dictionary. Yeah, now data row should be a dictionary. Oh no, this is okay. This is fine. Okay, so not row values, but data row values. Okay, finally we have restored this sort of a thing. Okay, and now we can add the ID to our table row, and the row would be the actual ID. And if we now update this stuff and inspect the element, now every row should have a certain ID. Okay, and now we will be using these sort of an IDs to reference the actual entries within the actual CSV file and to either delete or update or whatever. So yeah, this is cool. So I'm just wondering how to table row. Can I add something? I just want to add a button or something. I don't know. Nope. Let's say if call is equal to this length minus 1, then yeah, I just want to print something, and then there would be a button later. Are you kidding me? Come on. Sorry guys, I'm not sure, just wasn't preparing for this. I don't know why it prints. I meant to print within. Oh, okay, hold on a sec. This sort of a thing should be within the table data tag, right? This is where it should be. Yeah. So I could have had another. I could have had just another. Another column. Not sure what would be the best way of doing this. So one of two buttons, one for edit, another for delete, but well, maybe if col is equal to 0, let's make them in front, and actually like this. Yeah, now this should be working. Okay, yeah, now this is okay. Now let's actually make it. Yeah, this would be a link with the class equal to BDN success, and this one BDN danger respectively. And save. Okay. And so can add the margin right like this to give a bit of a space. Nope. Just don't like how it looks like, to be honest. And just need a placeholder. How can I just don't get why it doesn't work. Why these classes are not working. So strange. The top one works. And the right doesn't work. This is interesting. This is really interesting. I don't know. Well, okay, forget that. So it's not a front-end tutorial at any point. So let's try to, I don't know, maybe like this. Delete. Let's probably put this one in front. Just want to provide the concept, right? So here would it be deleting here, editing, and anyway, so let's have a look at the ID. So the ID is the row, right? Row. Yeah, so we have the ID. So we can use this within the href. So href, and so here we want to delete, and ID equals to this one, and here edit, and the same thing. Okay, so we don't yet have the row for this sort of a thing. Okay, so let's create a couple more rows. So create rate, update, and delete read. So here we want to delete line from CSV file, delete row. Okay, so app.route, and delete. So the callback function would be called delete as well. And return, let's redirect straight ahead to our initial view. Okay. And here we want to open CSV. Okay, so with open data.csv as file and creating a reader instance. So CSV dictionary reader and file here we want to loop over CSV entries in CSV rows. So for row in let's use the range here. Yeah, for now I won't be redirecting, so just print stringify and so here would be updated data. So data like this in range from 0 to the length of. Can we do this? No, that's actually, first we need to data append row and dictionary like this, and I just want to have a look at the data, right? Okay, now we'll make it work. Okay, so here is our data, and here is the ID. So request args get ID. ID is 0, and this is gonna be the index. So now it's a string. So let's call this one temp data. So just want to load the data, and this would be updated data. So data, and now again, like we can make it like list comprehension style. Let's say init CSV rows and create new data set, but without a row to delete. Let's say so. Row in temp data this time. Temp data if, no, not like this, in range from 0 to the length of temp data, if row is not equal, and we convert this to integer, this requests args ID. Oh man, yeah, this should now work. Okay, and again, like now we print the data. And should be without the first one in my dreams. So here we want the temp data append, and here we want the data append temp data indexed by the row. You kidding me? Okay. So we have 11 elements, and the first one should be now deleted. So starting from this one, so no apple. Yeah, so it just deleted the first one. Let's try to delete the last one as well. Okay. Yeah, I still don't rewrite the CSV. That's the reason why it doesn't kind of. Okay, so yeah, good. This is okay. So we are almost there, guys. Almost there. Now we want to write the updated. Let's just say update the CSV file. So we can simply say with open and data.csv, we want, this time we want to write this from scratch, not the most efficient way, but as let's say write file, so this one, let's make it read file, and this one is write file. By the way, you know, just to make it a bit more readable. Okay, and here we need to create a writer. Create CSV dictionary writer, and writer equals to csv.dictionary writer, write file, field names equals to data keys. Okay, and write rows. So writer dot write rows and the data. And if I did everything properly, also don't forget to redirect. Now this should, in theory, at least in my dreams, it should be capable of deleting the entries. So let's try to delete this one first. So let's keep track of our CSV. So here is the apple. So now this line should get deleted. Let's have a look. List has no keys. Kidding me? Oh, data 0, the keys. Oh man, Oh no, this was unfortunate. I just dropped all of my data. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, it doesn't matter. So data 0.keys. Okay. Let's grab and it doesn't work now. I forgot. I forgot names for. I forgot the title, the header names. So let's grab them one more time. Was it this? No, this one. So this one would be, we call this class. This one type. I'm sorry guys, yeah, I should be, at the very least, should be copying this to, okay, so we got this sort of a thing, so I just copy this to clipboard if something goes wrong again. And deleting the first one, okay. Deleting the last one, okay. Deleting this one. Yeah, it seems like it deletes a bit too much. Okay. Okay, so something is going a little bit wrong. Okay, so this one. So I delete this one. So this should disappear. But it seems like it feels like it deletes two. Yeah, it deletes two in the row. Oh, it's probably because, hold on a sec, I need to write the rows as well in the new instance. Okay, so that probably, right, CSV headers or column names. So writer, right headers. I'm not sure this is exactly the proper way of doing things. I don't remember. CSV, right, column names. Sorry guys, just don't remember that by heart. Right header. Okay. Right header. Okay. Okay, one more time. So should be now 11. Okay, so now let's delete this one. Bitter, ground, white. Okay. Let's try to delete this one. Okay. Yeah, perfect, perfect. Now works. Oh my god, guys, can you believe this? So yeah, now we are capable of deleting the entries and the CSV file is getting updated appropriately. So this is kind of it. Save. So the very last thing to consider basically is to, yeah, by the way, can I put this create button into, just want to put this create button into the table as well. It's not the best ever layout, but okay, I'm just okay. So let's say, I just don't want to make this range again here. So let's say if header is equal to data keys 0, oh man, you're kidding me. I want a button here, not above. Nope. Oh. Almost. Almost. Why it goes so horrible? Oh, because of the margin. I don't need the margin here. No. Kidding me? Oh, there should be. Oh man. Yes, and now I can finally go for this comparison to make this flexible for different sort of sort of things. Okay, title. Yeah, but I want the button be before anything else. And yeah. Okay. And probably we can just make a layout a bit prettier. So let's make it a plus here. So plus. Can we make a margin? And it doesn't work, unfortunately. Can I just want a little space there? Nope. Okay, almost. I can, instead of making this edit, I can actually make them links. Yeah, probably I will go for this. Yeah, probably. Okay, so now instead of editing, I'll make them links. So let's say delete this one. Let's say add someone new. Submit. Okay, I got my apple. Okay, good. So now I just want to make these guys to be links. So probably table data. So this would be A with this sort of an H reference and like this. Okay. Are you kidding me? What have I done? Nope. It's not exactly here. And here. Yeah, now this should work. But only if like here. but not the header, but call in range. Oh, so here I can say if call. Oh, so I can actually, hold on guys, I can make it like, nope, let's, I don't really want to make another one. Okay. Does it support else? Should have. Yeah, now this is what I wanted to have. So we actually have, yeah, we don't yet serve this kind of links, but we actually do already have the links to the page that would be capable of editing the certain entry here. Yeah, and we have this. Okay, ID. Okay, and also we need to pass. No, we can get the values from the CSV directly. Okay. Okay, good. So just probably. I don't really like the stylings. This is a bit annoying. Okay, at very least I found a way to add the margin, so I'm using style margin right here. Let's give him the 5 pixels each. Copy. Now it would be a little bit better. So now there's danger. So here. Okay, so perfect. Now we have a bit of this sort of a. Okay, and it does highlight, but it's almost unseen here. Sorry guys, just wasting your time with this stylus, but I can't look at these ugly sort of things. So I just need to begin. I just want to find a slightly better. So the best ever way. Yeah, now this is okay. Yeah, I think I'll stick to this one. So add new, okay. Delete one, okay. And here would it be added intents? Okay, good. Okay. So yeah, I think this is just fine. So the next thing to consider is to handle our update route and the very last one. So create, remove, update, delete. So this would be right over in here. So update existing CSV row. So app route, and so I called it edit, but actually this should be update. Okay. So update and def update return redirect to this one, but for now I just want to print this stringify version of the data. So updated data, the same stuff. So data. Now I need to do this. Oh, by the way, hold on a sec. This would be also need some methods. Get and post, and this is like want to handle, well, actually HTTP get. So how did I call this method? Yeah. So if request method equals to get, and we go for all this sort of a thing, and here, oh, what have I done? HTTP post method the request, so not sure how better to call it. Elif is equal to post, and this would be exactly the same, well, almost exactly the same like post here, but I don't want to extract from, well, okay, so we'll just hold this. So here we will be returning this redirection, and here we'll return the render template string. Render template string. Are you kidding me? Oh, read file. Oh. Okay, and the template we need is exactly the same as the one we use when we creating a new entry. Yeah, this one. No, it's a table. Update, delete. Hold on a sec, where is... Oh, here is the create. Okay, so in this case we need this one. Copy. And paste. Okay. Okay, so what else? We need the data from fields equals to data indexed by request args get id. Okay, let's just I need to pick up this certain element within this data. Okay, so I just need to find a proper code for that. So data, let's take the first element. So they're gonna be, okay, the first element is here. And fields. So not the placeholder, but the value. And yeah, for field in fields, so this should be values. Okay, so now we have this sort of a values, but I'm a bit confused. Oh, it doesn't have a brand, doesn't have a type, by the way. Apple Royal 2. Oh, it's because, okay. So not this one, but here actually request args get and the ID. Okay. You kidding me, man? Data request args get. Did I ruin the... I've ruined something. I don't know what did I break? Unexpected. What line at least? Line 150. You kidding me? Sorry guys, let me just handle this. Oh my god guys, I've copy pasted something horribly wrong, but now finally I've restored the template code. I know it was complete gibberish here, just copy pasted something horribly wrong. Okay, so I just want to check this out again, if everything is still kind of working. So let's say, okay, get away from me. Okay, okay, so still should be capable of adding new ones. Okay, deleting. Okay, and yeah, so update doesn't work yet, but this is just fine. So let's restore the data set and now go debugging the update part. So so what's wrong here? List integer indices might be integers or slices, not the strings. Okay, so I need to convert this to integer. And oh my god, is this really what I wanted to have? Okay, so let's say take this one. Bitter. Oh, just slightly wrong index. I'm slightly confused. Oh no, it should be just fine because so let's say the index here is 0. So, but actually, so if I click here, it will display this one. Is that correct? Spread green gram? Nope. Caps green approximate. So is this just fine? Oh man, I just don't understand anything completely at the moment, to be honest. Small onion. Yeah, it seems to be just okay. Seeing the approximate caret. Okay. So are the indices okay here? Sprout green gram, 1 packet. Okay. Yeah, it seems like, I'm sorry guys, I don't understand anything completely at this moment. I just feel a little bit tired. Okay, so the very last thing we need to consider here is the following. So when we click a button, we should be, so let's see, request form. Okay, so now let's say we update something here, and here is our form. So I want to turn this into a dictionary first. Okay. And now I also want to get the index. So I have this ID equals to 0 still. So say plus request form get ID. What? Or it doesn't have one? None. This is interesting. So, okay. Well, I can go for a bit of a hack here, and yeah, probably. So where's my update? Just hard code the stuff and value. This is gonna work. Okay. 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 And I can make it hidden, right? Just to we don't actually, we need this within the request, so we have the ID, but we don't actually need to see it. Okay, so now here I can say request form.get ID, and that's kind of it. Okay, so now quite pretty similar stuff to what I did here. So I want to open the file. Okay, so a bit of a duplication of code, but doesn't matter at the moment. So let's bring the data. Okay. And now I want the data indexed by request dot form dot get ID, not string. Okay. So, okay, so let's go again. So let's say this one. So ID 0, this prod green gram, submit, and I see this guy. Okay. So at this sort of an index, want to update CSV row, it would be equal to everything apart ID. How can I? Okay, just get rid of this for a while. So request.form, let's make it a dictionary. Okay, so I need everything apart ID. So for key value in items, if key is not equal to ID, okay, row. Oh, key value. Yeah, because so this list comprehension should now remove this ID equals to 0. But I did something horribly wrong, apparently. Okay, so maybe like this. Okay. There was some. Nope, not like this. I forgot how to add the key value pair to. Well, okay. I don't need. From data, so no, it doesn't help really. Okay, guys, just hold on a sec. Okay, we'll go a bit different ways. So let's say updated row. This would be a dictionary, and no, this one. Maybe like this. kidding me? Okay. Let's make it the dumbest way possible because I'm just really so tired already. Okay, row key equals to value. Okay. Okay, finally, so we got rid of that nasty ID, and now we can use this data, and this would be equal to the row. And now we can redirect to the root route. Okay guys, if I did everything correctly now, in theory it should be capable of updating the certain values. So let's try to update. So like this, submit. And nothing happened. Any errors? Oh, hold on a sec. Did I overwrite something? Okay. Yeah. Hold on. I just didn't write the CSV. So let's make it like so. Yeah, but nothing happens because I didn't yet update the CSV. Okay, so now we have this sort of a data. And sorry, the very last thing. Is this. Okay, one more time. That's because it probably appends the ID. Okay, yeah, it's just data has the ID as well. Okay, so I see the point. So let's return a sprint. The data, I think it should be. Kidding me? Oh man, did I? This is a bit strange. And what it isn't like. Someone contains, so does it contain ID somewhere? Okay, just I want to have a look at the data one more time. So if I just, hold on a sec, if I just, nope, let's go for, so if I don't update anything, is this gonna be working? This should be working. Oh man. Okay. So now it should write exactly the same file. And if I go back, yeah, it just didn't update because, oh, actually, I just didn't update, but okay. Okay. I'm wondering, and what's wrong with the row itself? Oh, it goes, man, it just takes completely wrong, okay, just wrong field names, really. This is weird. Okay, let's not write anything. Yeah, I'm sorry for this. I just scrap. No. Oh, so it comes from here. Oh man. Oh, this is really unfortunate. So why it comes to the request form in such a horrible way? Okay, hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I just found a mistake here. So the issue is I don't need, I can't give the name equal to field. I need to give this a name of a name of the actual header name. So probably so not the row index by key equals the value, but here let's say loop over the values. The values. Okay, I just coded now and then get back to it because yeah, I'm not sure that I can make it from scratch in the first. Just hold on a sec. Okay, guys. So finally, I managed to restore this sort of a thing. So now we have the title and the appropriate title, price, class, and all this stuff. So how I did this? So eventually, I kept this code as is. I just send in the data, not the values of the data, but the entire dictionary, and then here I've changed this the loop not only filled in fields by key value in fields items, and now the name is the key and the value is the val. So this is how this is handled now. Okay, and now I think that we can hopefully, fortunately, to update this sort of a form. I hold my breath and really hope that it works, if not only tones of errors. So let's have a look. Submit. Oh man, it works finally. Okay, so finally it kind of works. Okay, so for those of you who's interested regarding the end result of what we're supposed to be doing in this video, of what we've done in this video, here it is. So let's just drop this sort of values. So the delete is quite pretty clear here, I believe. And I think I can delete this one as well. Oh, it gives the list index out of range. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So let's try to add some new entries here. Well, I could have added some error handler as well there. Okay, so sorry, let me just reload. What? Nope. Sorry. Just killing the CSV all the time. Okay, the demonstration. My God, I'm so tired of this. Oh yeah. Class brand type. Okay, one more time, hopefully. So let's just get rid of unnecessary entries. Okay, so here is the first operation of the CRUD operation. So add. So we are reading this entry. Now we have our apple. Now edit. So let's change apple to, let's say, orange. Submit, and we have this being changed. So retrieve, we do have this CSV file. We also can delete. We can change to whatever value here. Okay, and we can create a new one, as I've been already kind of showing. So I think this is it, guys. So create one and just put some gibberish. So you can create no matter how many, and then just edit in the stuff and it gets done respectively. So again, like the idea is that we do kind of mimic the database interaction partially, but without actually a database. So the source code is, yeah, by the way, obviously the CSV file we're sourcing the data from is getting updated all of the time. And here is the only single Python source file. So this is the Flask web application that allows us to deal with this CRUD operations, simple CSV-based CRUD web application in Python Flask. Well, okay, guys. So this is it from my side. I'm sorry. I'm really really tired just talking and coding. This was my live attempt to do this from scratch. So as you could see that I didn't do much preparation for this video. Just tried to code this from scratch, like how I understand this properly, how I understand this basically. So that's kind of it. Okay, so I hope you learned something interesting out of this tutorial. This is it from my side. See you next time. Until then, and take care.